Hello, in this video I'm going to showcase you two players that played against each other in Moss League. Now this is a format that I designed myself, a pretty unique one, and in my server I tend to host some of these prize tournaments in restricted formats. So if you take a look here, the Sinjo teams, it has a $300 prize pool, best of 5, open team sheets, 5-day rounds, and there's a lot of restrictions to it. So there's basically 3 paths you can use to build your team. And they are revolved around the 3 legendaries that are Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. And they're very specific, right? If you pick like Dialga, you can then pair that with Mewtwo, Yveltal, or Ho-Oh, and then the 3rd slot you can pick one of those Mega Pokemon or Garchomp, and in slot 4 to 6 you can pick anything that's not banned, or you can pick Groudon and Kyogre, but then you cannot have anything legendary, and then vice versa for Spatial Rift, works the same way as well. Then it's, instead of Kyogre, Groudon is Landorus Therian, because I think that Pokemon's kind of busted often. And then Distortion World is just a whole mess, because I just allow double Giratina if you want, but most players probably go for either Solgaleo or Mega Gengar. And yeah, just I think a little bit of a fun format. And we're gonna have 2 players that many people might know. These are the players that we have for our first round of this. We have Camcoop on the left, a player from the US. He picked the Spatial Rift path. And on the right we have Tomahawk UK from, well, the UK. And he picked the Temporal Tower path. So I would say this matchup looks a little bit tricky on both sides. The Palkia of Camcoop is entirely free besides the Dialga origin from Tomahawk UK, and Tomahawk UK has Zarude to block the Mewtwo from Camcoop because it has Shadow Ball, so it's entirely walled. It's open movesets, open team sheets, so the movesets cannot be changed in between. And then Melmetal from Tomahawk UK is straight up annoying because it like blocks Pokemon like Gyarados and Abomasnow. So I think it's going to be a tricky one for especially Camcoop, but with some alignment, he could maybe overcome this difficult position against Tomahawk UK. Unfortunately, I had to crop Tomahawk UK's screen a little bit per matchup because he just didn't put Do Not Disturb on, so he's getting messages in between that I didn't want to review. Alright, we have Heatran into Melmetal. This is a pretty good lead for Camcoop. There is super effective superpower on the side of Tomahawk UK, but you kind of don't want to throw it immediately because it will debuff your stats right away. Rock Slide is not super effective because of the steel typing of Heatran, and looks like Camcoop's going for that Magma Storm, which shouldn't take out yet. But Tomahawk UK is a little bit in a tough position here because his Dialga origin in the back is also weak to this, so he has to let this go. Gonna play the Zero Shields. I don't think this knocks out yet, but it will get really close. If Camcoop wants to preserve this, he doesn't. And then going into the Gyarados, going for the Magma Storm here. I guess Tomahawk UK doesn't mind this here, but man, I don't think you want to take this damage here as Camcoop. He has the Palkia in the back. Oh, and bring in the Palkia. This is smart. I think. I'm not too sure. I think the best case scenario was keeping that Magma Storm, but maybe it was a reflex by Camcoop here. Going for the Crunch. Palkia is not bad here just because of better stats, but man, that debuff kind of sucks. And going for the Aqua here. I think he knows there's going to be that Dialga on the back. So wanting to keep the shields up, wanting to give us a little bit of farm as possible. And because the debuff, he doesn't get to another charge stack here. So kind of in a tough position. And I think that you lose the one shields to Dialga origin as the Abomasnow. I think you can win the one shields, but man, this Gyarados, it's a big farm. Wow, going for the Aqua Tail. I don't think he can get to another charge stack here. So this is a bold bait. Can he get to another Aqua Tail? Oh, he goes down with it. Okay, that was kind of a wasted opportunity there, but let's see. He still has a catch. Oh, fails the catch though, Tomahawk UK. And now this Abomasnow is loaded with energy. They don't do too much. This Pokemon is almost 1000 CP lower, but I don't know, man. It's very spammy. Let's see what we can do. I think you just go for a farm on this Tomahawk UK because there's still a shield on Camcoop's side here. Oh man, you need one more Weather Ball here as the Abomasnow. That I think you do need to catch us. You did need to catch Tomahawk UK. Can Abomasnow get to another one? It does get to another one. A really clean gameplay from Camcoop here. I thought to make it perfect to keep the Magma Storm and have it for this Dialga, but regardless, very well played. That did not look well for him. Alright, here we go. Abomasnow into Gyarados. Tomahawk UK, he didn't get any messages during this battle, so I could put his screen on regular size. Going for the Energy Ball catch on this Melmetal, and I love this play from Tomahawk UK, because he's trying to bait out the Heatran with this play. But Camcoop reads this perfectly and brings in Palkia. I like this as well. There's a lot of energy on the Gyarados though, so Tomahawk UK is not like entirely helpless here. There's a little bit of an awkward matchup for the Palkia on even energy and full health, but after taking the Energy Ball, I think that this is quite fine. 2 Aqua Tails should take out. I think you might even want to go for a Space Rend if you want to preserve or be efficient with your energy usage here. But Aqua Tail is probably just safer, so it looks like Camcoop's just going to go for the Aqua Tail here. Doesn't knock out yet, the shiny Melmetal. but it will bring it very low. If Tomahawk UK decides to use a shield, then Camcoop probably can decide to use a shield as well if he wants to. I think you also get to an Aqua Tail on the Gyarados if it comes back in. I'm not sure against the Dialga. Yeah, it looks like you get to that little bit of chip damage. Tomahawk UK probably knows, won't shield this up, won't do a lot of damage to this Gyarados here. It's gonna get interesting. So here's the problem with Tomahawk UK though. He has a lot of energy here. Gyarados is a little bit of a mediocre Pokemon sometimes. It has a very safe typing, which makes it popular to use, but it lacks in stats. So does a Bombstone a little bit, does also 3800 CP. But he doesn't have, let's see, he's going for that Dialga, going for the catch again. 2 catches so far from Tomahawk UK. He's trying to dance around. But he does have Roar of Time. He's lacking Roar of Time with his Dialga origin. He was so impatient to build one that he built one with Draco Meteor, which means that if you throw that attack, you will debuff yourself. A Draco Meteor or Roar of Time should do a little bit under 50% to that Heatran. I know it does 50% from, what's it called, from regular Dialga, and which is a little bit higher attack. And I'm going to no-shoot this. I don't think this is over yet. This was looking so good for Camcoop, but that Gyarados still has a lot of energy. But do you get Power Snow down here? I think you get 2 more Fire Spin in as the Heatran. But can you get to 2 Crunch? Oh, man. Oh, he almost gets another attack, and Tomahawk UK doesn't want to risk it. I'm not sure if that's the play, though. Oh, but wants to get... Let's see. He kept the attack. I'm not sure... Oh, man. This might almost knock out, this Crunch. A Bombstone doesn't have exactly high defense. Debuff? No. Can it get there? It goes down with it. No way. What a win. I did not expect Tomahawk UK to come back from that. That was a very well played game. Alright, Tomahawk UK was receiving emos again, so I had to crop his screen a little bit. Anyway, he was dancing around earlier, and it looks like he made a slight adaptation here. He brought the Mega Blastoise this time, and I'm guessing he's pretty happy to see this Gyarados here. Also, the Mewtwo, interesting. Defense drop, I'm not sure how much difference that makes in here. I guess you can definitely farm down now, but the Abomasnow will definitely get to another charge stack if it really wants to. Shielding up the Energy Ball, good shield. Can even get to an Energy... Yeah, it gets to another Energy Ball. Tomahawk UK throwing right before that. See if he's gonna shield this Camcoop. That's a lot of health on that Gyarados. But here's the thing, Tomahawk UK doesn't really have anything to catch his attack on. Usually he brought a Steel-type Pokemon. Melmetal and Dialga are phenomenal to catch on. But... the Blastoise and the Mewtwo not so much. Maybe because of that defense drop you win the one shields. Getting a perfect farm down, and you have no Dialga this time. Oh man. Mewtwo comes back in here, going for the Space Shred. If you shield this as Tomahawk UK, that's huge. And he does shield. That's huge. I'm not sure if you can get to another Space Shred though before... Yeah, no, this Mewtwo definitely gets to Side Strike at this point. If Camcoop is expecting the Dialga in the back, then this is a very, very easy game for Tomahawk UK. And it looks like he's letting that go. Gonna try... Ooh... Again, throwing right before the Aqua Tail. He shoots his Camcoop. No, he's expecting the Dialga in the back. But here is the Bamboozle. It's the Blastoise in the back. Gonna throw a Shadow Ball maybe first? Yeah, just to fuel that last shield real quick. Yeah, very last second shield. And in the back is the Blastoise. Those water guns are gonna add up. The Hydro Cannon is gonna do a lot of damage. Just Stone Edge will barely put Blastoise into the yellow, I think. You're gonna need another Stone Edge to knock this out. And that's going to be a very well played game. Wow. That's kind of rough for Camcoop. The first game he had perfect alignments, but Tomahawk UK just was catching attacks all over the place and he swept. And now he lost to a wrong team call. Alright, Tomahawk UK needs one more win, but he gets a terrible lead here. Going into Gyarados, and man, Camcoop didn't bring anything to this. Going for the Magma Storm is very interesting. This resisted, but I think this will bring the Gyarados into Side Strike range. Let's see. Oh, going into Palkia though, interesting. Huh. What is he expecting back? Going for the Crunch here. If you get a debuff, you can flip this. And he's been pretty lucky, Tomahawk UK, with the flips or sorry, the defense drops, but not this time. Go for the Aqua Tail. This might actually barely knock out. I don't think Tomahawk UK values his energy because it's double resisted. Oh, it does knock out, but this won't do a lot of damage, unfortunately, on this Palkia. So Tomahawk UK is still behind there. Might get a very nice farm on that Melmetal, though. It looks like Camcoop this time brought that. Is that a Purified Shundo Mewtwo? That's pretty sick. Yeah, I guess if Zarude is not coming out, which doesn't exactly surprise me because there's always a Bombstone Heatran. I guess Camcoop was just fearing the Zarude maybe. And, oh, Blastoise coming in. Melmetal keeping all that energy. Blastoise taking the resisted Aqua Tail, but this Aqua Tail actually makes it more bearable for the Mewtwo. Mewtwo paces quicker to the Side Strike than to that, quicker to the Side Strike than to the Hydro Cannon, so that's not exactly optimal. At this point, I think you even keep all the shields for the Heatran, right? You might not even shield this. This shouldn't knock out yet. Blastoise is very defensive weighted. Oh, he is going to shield that. Interesting choice of play. You get Side Cut down before he gets to the Hydro. Oh, he does get there. I think at this point you have to commit. Huh. Okay, this is interesting. This is getting interesting. Because I think there's play now for Tomahawk UK. If you can get like the... Ooh, going for the side strike bait here. I think it might not even be a bait at this point. Just trying to get this low to get it in fire spin down range. If you can get a rock slide down combo with 2 superpower, perhaps you win. Because there's no shield on Camp Coop's side. There's no energy on the Heatran. Oh, but it doesn't do enough damage though. Going for the side strike again. At this point, you only need a Magma Storm on the Heatran. And I think that this Melmetal does have to expend some energy. It's already at 2 attacks now. Oh, he catches! Like, he's probably gonna see it coming. Tomahawk building to 2 attacks and then making the catch on that 1 HP Palkia. Even Mewtwo can get to another attack now, but playing it safe, going into that Heatran now. I think after 2 superpower, this Melmetal will definitely... I mean, it already faints to a side strike, so I do like this play from Camcoop, because now going for another superpower, but you need more damage. Now, after 2 debuffs, the Thunder Shocks also will do less on the Mewtwo. And that will give Camcoop some space. These are some really good battles. Well played. That ties up the score to no Zaroots. So Camcoop brought that Mewtwo and it did a job here. And for the final battle, Tomahawk UK is not receiving messages. So we have a pretty good looking screen here. Mewtwo into Melmetal. A very neutral matchup. I would say slightly favorable for Melmetal when Mewtwo has Shadow Ball. But only like when there's a lot of shields out, like 2 shields. Because 2 Shadow Ball will knock out, 2 Rock Slide don't, but you need a lot of Thunder Shocks to make those 2 Rock Slide actually knock out. Shooting up the Shadow Ball correctly. And again, no Dialga from Tomahawk UK, even though it looks so good in the team from Camcoop. There's just always that Heatran coming out, and so far he's not been very lucky with alignment, so makes sense. Heatran doesn't really have a lot of places to go though. Tomahawk UK knows this, I think, right? He's just gonna counter that Heatran entirely, so it has as little play as possible. Camcoop kind of forced to bring it to counter the Steel-type Pokemon from Tomahawk UK. But it's in the lead here, so let's see what he's gonna do. Camcoop is just letting it go, keeping the shield for the Palkia. Coming in with the Heatran, but it's gonna have to take a superpower, which is not great for a Heatran. If you want to preserve, if you expect Dialga in the back, you gotta shield this attack. And he's not expecting Dialga, perhaps, trying to go for a Palkia sweep. But Gyarados has a lot of Dragon Breath damage for that Palkia. Let's see, going for the Stone Edge here. Tomahawk UK not shielding. I think at this point, you are hoping to see that Palkia come out. Please, not the Abomasnow. It's Palkia coming in. And Tomahawk UK with the immediate switch as well. I think you can win the 1 shield here as Camcoop for the Palkia. But there's still the Blasters from Tomahawk UK. So I think Tomahawk UK is just straight up in a great spot here. As long as you can get to a charge attack as well. Yeah, you gotta shield this as Tomahawk UK. The Water Gun from Blastoise is just double resisted on Palkia, so just barely won't do any damage. Can you win the 1 shields? I don't think any of this Aqua Tail damage will knock out. Aqua Tail coming through here on Gyarados. So you can Dragon Breath down here, but I don't think you can get to a Spatial Rent. You need... No, you need... Oh, no. I think you need another Stone Edge. I think that's your play. But perhaps the Gyarados will get to another charge attack, because now this Pokemon can it get to a Spatial Rent? No, barely not, and that will clean up the game for Tomahawk UK. I think maybe the play was to farm down with the Heatran on the Gyarados and then get to a Stone Edge. Maybe that was the play. I don't know, but a very well played game between these 2 battlers, and that means that Tomahawk UK wins by 3-2. That was the first round that I've showcased. I'll be showcasing 1 matchup, perhaps more, from every single round. So hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.